What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today we're coming in with a hoot and a holler. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Drop a like if you do, and also don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already, so you don't miss more banger streams like the one I'm about to talk about, or I guess briefly touch upon. But either way, hope you guys enjoy this story. Drop a like if you do, and without further ado, let's dive right into it. So, this happened just a few days ago, which, listen, a lot of you guys out there might already know this. Those of you guys who are OGs, you know, when you were here for the stream, shout out to all of you. You had your notifications on and you didn't miss this stream. This took place on Tuesday. And on this particular day, I woke up and I got out of bed, and for some reason, I don't know why, I just decided to get reckless as fuck. I'm sitting there and I'm trying to decide to myself what to do. I'm brainstorming. I'm like, okay, you know, I could have a normal day. Maybe I could smoke a little more than usual. Or I could just go completely out of pocket and eat a disgusting amount of edibles. And that's exactly what I did. I decided that I was going to eat 5 grams of RSO. Now, this is not a normal dose. For those of you watching who aren't familiar with RSO, it is an edible concentrate. It is, in my opinion, the most superior form of edibles. It's the best bang for your buck edible you can get, as long as you can power through the taste of it. If you cap it up, then you're all good. But I decided on this particular day that I was going to buy 5 grams of RSO and consume it all on live stream, which a lot of you guys saw. Hey, if you guys were there for the stream, drop a comment, man. How many of you guys didn't miss it? Let's show out real quick. Step out real quick. But either way, so I go over to my dispensary and I get 5 grams of the finest GMO RSO. And I get home and I realize that I don't have any capsules, right? My typical method of consumption for RSO was normally I just take capsules and I cap it up. But I didn't have any caps left. I still need to go grab more now that I think about it. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking around my house and I'm trying to decide what exactly to grab. You know, like what can I use to get this RSO down the easiest? And I settle on those little grandma's cookies. You know, the like sandwich cookies? They're like knockoff Oreos, but in my opinion, honestly, they're a little better. Like don't tell anyone I said that. They're just a pinch better, like just a little bit. So I grab these cookies and I sit my ass down on stream. For those of you guys who were here for stream, you already know how it went, but for those of you who weren't here for stream, the way I'm going to sum it up is this was one of the most rancid things. I felt like Matt Stoney doing an eating challenge. This was one of the most rancid things I've ever forced down the hatch. I ate 5 cookies and I put a gram of this RSO on each of them. Now, in each gram of RSO, they were about 80% THC, which equates to about 800 milligrams per gram consumed. I ate 5 grams, so you do the math, that's 4,000 milligrams down the hatch, right? So, I eat these 5 cookies on stream, and I stay live for another like 2-3 hours or so. I think the total duration of the stream is like 3.5 to 4 hours, if I remember correctly. Something around there. But either way, I stay streaming for a little bit, waiting for the RSO to hit. And maybe an hour, hour and a half goes by, and I get smacked out of my mind. But I think at this point, as I'm coming up, like, okay, this is how high I'm going to be the whole time. I was a little ignorant. I underestimated the RSO because the previous dose that I did of this was disappointing. It was from a different company, which I should have taken into account. But it was about the same dosage, milligram-wise, of THC. The last time I did this, I stayed conscious the whole time, you know? Like, I didn't really get as fucked up as I thought I was going to. So this time, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'll go take a break, run my errands for the day, do whatever. That's not what happened at all. So a couple hours go by on stream, and I end my stream because I have some shit to go do, right? I've got to go, you know, get some stuff for the house. I got to take care of the cats, you know, and I got to make a video. Well, I wanted to make a video. You could guess how that probably went. I'm sitting at my desk for a couple hours, you know, a little bit of time goes by. And I don't know what hit me. Because, like, at first, like, when I ended my stream, I was stoned. Don't get me wrong. I was stoned out of my mind. I was feeling fantastic. But I was still feeling functional. I could still comprehend things, and I could still form a coherent sentence. But as the hours progressed after ending my stream, I became fully illiterate. Like, I'm talking my IQ was quartered. Maybe halved. No, less, definitely quartered. Like, I went full feral at this point. Just drooling, dude, foaming at the mouth, bro. It gets to the point where I am sitting at my desk, and I just fall asleep sitting up in my chair. I pass the fuck out. That's where the thumbnail came from, right? I was on Discord. So I passed the fuck out, sitting completely upright. Not much eventful happens on night one because I didn't really realize what I had just done to myself on night one. I pass out in my chair and I sleep nearly the entire night just at my desk, right? Not that eventful. It's day two where things really get interesting. Yesterday. So I woke up yesterday around like 4 in the morning. And I woke up and I was still high out of my fucking mind. And I remember waking up and I thought I was just feeling groggy, but I like couldn't think. I'm talking like I was trying to process things I had to do and couldn't. I could barely string a thought, let alone a sentence together. But I chalked it up to, okay, I just slept really hard and woke up and, you know, I'm gonna wake up and snap out of it probably in 20 or 30 minutes. So it's whatever. So I get up and I go downstairs and I'm sitting in my living room and I'm playing some PlayStation. And I'm waiting for this shit to get past me. And I feel so out of it. And I feel such an aggressive, like, I don't know if tired is the right way to put it. It's definitely not, but almost like a heaviness, like a grogginess. I feel like a G-force, dude. Like I'm sinking into my couch. Like I'm still stoned, but I didn't realize it. I was in denial. I was like, no, this can't be. There's no way I'm still high, right? I'm sitting on my couch playing PlayStation, and maybe 20 minutes go by, and I realize I'm so high that I don't realize that I'm high. And I'm sitting there and I realize, like, yo, my brain is lagging. I'm in slow motion. And I start freaking out a little bit. And I wouldn't say freaking out, but I start thinking, I'm like, bro, did I just put myself into a psychosis? Is this it? Is this, like, have the drugs finally done me in? Is this the day? Like, I can't even form a goddamn coherent sentence right now. And I remember that morning, I got on FaceTime with my girlfriend, and I was talking to her making absolutely no fucking sense, dude. No sense whatsoever. I'm just blurting out random fucking words, dude. I am letting out sounds. She has clips of it. It's humiliating. I am just letting out sounds, bro. Just forming noises and stringing them together. Like, I, in my head, thought that I was making a lot more sense than I was when I was speaking. But holy fucking shit, I'd gone completely feral at this point. So I'm talking to my girlfriend, and I realize, like, yo, I'm not snapping out of it. This isn't just me being tired. I'm so high, I've entered the next dimension of being high, dude, where I'm, like, lagging. My brain is so slow that even I notice it right now. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, how can I kind of snap out of it, you know? Because, like, I was aggressively high, and I still had shit to do this day. I had never felt this type of high in my life. If I'm being completely honest, this might be the highest I've ever been. I was so stoned that I was in denial about it. I said, no, I've been high. This feels nothing like it, dude. No way. Nope. I'm just tired, bro. No way. The RSO... It melted my brain. No chance. No shot, right? I get in my car and I'm like, fuck it, dude. I gotta go to Starbucks, bro. Like, maybe a coffee will wake me up, right? So I go over to Starbucks, which luckily is right next to my house, so I didn't have to go very far. I go over to Starbucks, which is, I don't know, like 4 or 5 blocks away or whatever. I get up in there, and I'm talking to the Starbucks lady, and I remember I get up to the drive-thru window, and I'm thinking so long about what I want to order that the guy behind me starts inching up and he eventually fucking honks at me. And I'm sitting at the drive-thru window like, let me get can I get and I'm just absolutely tweaked out of my mind, bro. But I eventually place my order and I get my coffee and I'm like, okay, I've got my coffee. This is going to wake me up and going to snap me out of it. So I go back home, right? I'm sitting at home, and I don't know when the fuck I did this, But I get a text notification that I have a handyman coming at 7 p.m. that day. Now, I'm sitting there thinking, why the fuck do I have a handyman coming? And I realize it's because I just got a new coffee table the day prior that I hadn't bothered to build yet. I guess in the night prior, I was so fucking stoned, I don't even remember doing this, that I decided to hire a handyman to build it for me. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, okay, handyman's coming, fuck it. I'm so high, there's no way I'm building this. So, whatever, let the handyman show up, you know? So I'm sitting in my living room and I'm drinking my coffee, right? I get back home and I start drinking my coffee. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I gotta like make a video today. Like, I want to do shit today. I kind of had some stuff to do. Like, the errands I wanted to run yesterday, I never went and did because I was stoned. I want to do them today. And I'm just sitting there and I'm in high denial, bro. I refuse to accept the fact that I'm still stoned off this RSO. I'm like, no way, dude. I've just given myself permanent brain damage. That's got to be the answer, right? But I'm fucking slow mode. I'm couch locked, bro. I thought I knew the definition of couch locked until yesterday. I now understand the true definition of couch locked. That shit fucked me up. Dude. I'm talking like, even texting, I was slow. Like, I had to sit there and think about what word came next in the sentence that I would type out. My mom texted me, and we're talking a little bit. She asked how my day's going, and I'm sitting on my couch trying to think of what word should come after good. I'm absolutely brain fried at this point, to the point where I don't even really know if I would say I had fun. I was full fucking brain dead. I was absolute full retard for a minute, dude. I don't know if I liked it or not. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm sitting around and laying around and blowing time, high off my fucking ass. I ordered a pizza just because it sounded good at like 3 p.m. and I ate 2 slices and then just put the rest in the fridge, right? Pointless pizza. I just wanted to taste just a little sample, right? So I ordered a whole pizza. So eventually this handyman shows up. But I'm so fucking stoned that I forget this guy's coming. So I'm sitting up in my room. And I get a phone call from the guy and I answer and I'm like, hello? And the guy's like, yo, it's your handyman. I'm here. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I run downstairs and I clear off the table as quick as I've got my rig. I've got a bunch of fucking weed. I'm clearing off the table as quick as I can. I'm like, fuck. Because I've got my existing table, right? But it's a tiny piece of shit and it was time for a replacement. So I decided I'm getting a new coffee table. And today was the day it's getting assembled. So handyman comes in and I'm baked out of my mind. He walks in, he's like, hello, and he's all upbeat and shit, and I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck, dude, like, just build my table, bro. I can barely read right now, dude, I'm not a man for conversation. Like, if this guy asked me any complicated question, there's a good chance I'd have a brain aneurysm. Like, there's just no way. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting in my living room, and this guy just starts building my table. And I always get really uncomfortable when, like, movers or, like, handymen are at my house. Because, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't want to sit there and watch over them as if I'm, like, their master. But I also don't want to leave some guy unattended in my house, you know? So you got to find that weird middle ground, you know? The weird middle ground I found was sitting halfway up the stairs and smoking, you know? So I'm sitting halfway up the stairs, and I end up sparking up a blunt. I don't know if this blunt, like, reactivated me or what. But I tapped this thing twice and just said, nope, that's enough for me for now, and put that motherfucker out. I've never done that in my damn life. I could not tell you another instance, right? I sparked a blunt, tapped it twice, and put it out. Like, yeah, we'll save that. But holy shit, I was so high my brain was broken. All my norms, my traditions, if you will, were no longer because I'm fucked out of my mind. So I put this blunt out, right? And I'm sitting there just kind of scrolling through my phone, and the guy was pretty quick with it. I don't really know what inspired me to hire a handyman to build this table or how I even found a guy to do it. Where the fuck did I even find this guy, bro? I have no idea. Like, where do you even find someone to come build your table? Like, hey, man, you want to come build my fucking coffee table? Like, dude, where do you find that? All right, either way, that's beyond the point. The point is my high ass somehow did that, right? Finally, the guy's done, and I tipped him generously, probably because I'm high. I think I gave him like a 20 or some shit. I don't know, a pretty decent tip. And sent him on his way, you know? So now the guy's out, and I'm admiring my coffee table. I'm laying on the couch with my feet up, and I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to my mom. My mom's asking how my day went, and I'm talking to her in what I think is a perfectly coherent manner, and I quickly realize that I'm making no fucking sense, because she says to me, "What the fuck are you on right now?" And that's when I realized, oh wow, maybe she's not proud of me, you know? So I let her know what I did, and after that, she didn't want to speak to me anymore. And I was still high. Mind you, this is over 24 hours after dosing at this point. I am still fucking high. I'm getting progressively higher, mind you. Like, it's almost like I took some extended release THC at this point. When I woke up in the morning, I could form a sentence, but slowly. At this point in the day, I wasn't even forming the sentences. Noises were just coming out. Mind you, this is last night, the 6th, right? So finally, I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm laying on my couch and I'm exhausted and I'm falling asleep. And I end up just passing the fuck out, dude. I was on FaceTime, I'm pretty sure. But I end up just passing the fuck out, right? Out cold, unconscious, you know? I wake up this morning and I felt like a kid on Christmas. Because I felt like I finally snapped out of it. I woke up and I was like, yo, it wasn't a psychosis, dude. I can think straight. I can form a sentence. And Cody, I remember this morning, Cody comes downstairs and he's like, oh, you're alive. And I'm like, bro, what have I been doing the past day and a half? And he looks at me and he's just like fucking making noises, dude. And I'm like, hey, sounds good, dude. Sounds like my RSO trip went about how I expected, you know? But holy motherfucking shit, ladies and gentlemen. I've never put so much THC into my body at once that it was an extended release, that I was still getting higher a day and a half later, but there we were. Holy fuck, boys. Listen, don't try this at home, but maybe try a big dose, just not a 4,000 dose, maybe 1,000 though. 1,000 is fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And turn on notifications. You guys tune into more streams of me doing dumb shit like this. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, gamers.